Moadim Simcha, the video is Lila Nishmas Shmuel Bach and Chaim Tzvidoiv for Shalema to Chai Fumer Pas Permeli Malka So Shachol Yisrael. So someone was very, very positive. He looked at all the winds and all the sukkahs that were blowing away. There were some miracles of sukkahs flying mamish whole in the neighborhoods, but he told me, I looked at it as another opportunity to be Mekayim a mitzvah, putting up the sukkah again. So that's, of course, Tehei Shnas positive. Tafshin Pei is Tehei Shnas positive, especially during these days of Usmachtem Lifnei Hashem Lekechem, to be happy and to work on our happiness, to look at everything in a positive way. Many people ask me if they could put up sukkahs. So halachically, one is allowed, and is a mitzvah to put up a sukkah during Chol HaMoed, during sukkahs. But to take down a sukkah actually is much more interesting and more complicated. If there's a concern of danger, debris is flying, and Taka was in some situations, so then that's a different story. But just to take down a sukkah for convenience is not permitted, and the reason for that is because one is not allowed to do melacha of seisa, which means to take something down during Chol HaMoed. So it's actually more complicated to take something down than to put it up. Now we're going into this Shabbos of Shabbos Chol HaMoed. The Maril said that the Shabbos in between two Yom Tovs is a very powerful Shabbos. I want to speak about one of the unique highlights of the Shabbos, which is koheles. Now, people have different customs. Sfard kind of reads it quickly, and if you're an Ashkenaz, you're going to have a long, probably longer than the laning itself, the reading of koheles. And I have a funny story. Many years ago, I was in an old age home. I was a mashgiach then. I used to lane. And if you look at koheles, it's quite long chapters, complicated words. My biggest challenge of the year, I think, in laning is to prepare koheles from a klaf. It's such a challenge because the words are difficult. The Shlomo HaMelech is complicated. And if you look at koheles itself, it could have been so much more simple. Beginning, introduction, Ani koheles, I was the king of Yerushalayim, beautiful. Shlomo HaMelech, an amazing king. His time, there was Ish Tachas Tenos, it was a beautiful time. He was in control. The whole world was subjugated to Shlomo HaMelech. He was friendly with all the kings and had 1,000 wives. Fascinating stories. But and then you get to the end. Sof Davar Kol Nishma, the powerful end. At the end of the day, Shlomo HaMelech sums up everything. He says, Sof Davar Kol Nishma, everything is going to be heard. Today we could appreciate what that means because there's secret recorders everywhere. Every word we're saying is being recorded. Who knows where? Today with the CIA and the Mossad, the recorders are so tiny, so fascinating. So we could understand what it means that everything is being recorded. So Shlomo HaMelech, we could skip to the end. We'll save so many chapters, so much time, people losing patience. So this is the story, getting back to the story. I was in the old age home and I'm laning koheles, and maybe we had 13, 14 quite old people, maybe the average of 80, 90 years old. In the middle, I think it was in chapter 7, Perek Zayin, Tov Shem is Shem and Tov, I think that's what it was. And the rabbi, good friend of mine, sweet rabbi, comes over, whispers in me and says, Rabbi, I think we need to continue this later. And that's the way it was. I don't even remember if we made it up, but we stopped at that point. We were going to lose the audience. But really, it's a great question. What is the answer? Why can't we just go to the end? So if davar, everything is going to be heard. You have to have Yiras Shamayim. You have to look at the consequences in life. Realize that there are consequences. Hashem has a cheshbon. Everything that we do is recorded, is videoed. And that's beautiful. That's the end. But the answer is in the words themselves. The pasuk says, Ki zeh kol ha'adam. What does that mean, kol ha'adam? So I went to a beautiful Sfas Emes. Sfas Emes says, in the Pirkei Avos, similar words, you should judge the entire person and give him the benefit of the doubt. Why does it say kol adam? Says the Sfas Emes, because really, if you look at a person doing an action, so then you start judging him. You look what he's doing. I can't believe this is what he's doing. This is how the way he's acting. But when you judge a person kol ha'adam, you look at every page in his life. Zeh Sefer told us that every person is a book that none of us are going through because each one has a unique book. And Shlomo HaMelech is teaching us that the way Shlomo HaMelech became Shlomo HaMelech, he lived his life, he lived his purpose, was with all the tragedies, with all the challenges. And if you go through the Psukim, it's amazing. It's so insightful and it's so inspirational to know that even King Shlomo was the wisest of all men, was at different stages in life, found himself depressed, sad, didn't know what the clear purpose is of what he's doing in this world. And every one of us lives through these stages. And it's okay, and it's what makes us unique and special is our special chapters and pages in our life. But the key is to understand that Hashem gives us these challenges because He knows, He believes in us that we could do it. That's one of the pshats in So when we go into the Shabbos, appreciate this incredible gift that every one of us has. Have an amazing Shabbos.